A revolution occurs most commonly when there are conflicts. These conflicts can vary from class differentiation, racism, taxes, and more. The Mexican War of Independence also followed this pattern. When tensions between different classes and government officials began to tighten, the Mexican War of Independence exploded in late 1810.
Before the Mexican War of Independence, different classes were clearly distinguished. At the very top were the Peninsulares, the people of Spain. Right below them were the Creoles, who were colonists born in America but of a Spanish ancestry. There existed a huge gap even between these two groups, which caused bitterness and tension. Underneath them were the mestizos, or colonists who had a mixed ancestry of European and American. Then there were the Indians, along with the African slaves, mulattoes, people of a black and European ancestry, and all other mixed peoples. These people were stripped away of their rights and subjugated. The people of colored skin were looked down upon and treated as animals and used as workers in mines, but not for long.
In New Spain, the highest colonial officials were all peninsulars and had been sent out for Spain. The Creoles were not allowed to hold any high positions in the government. Apparently, men born and raised in a tropical climate were not as strong or as smart as the men born in Europe. This caused many frustrations by many of the Creoles, such as Captain Allende. Allende was an ambitious Creole who hoped to lead a revolt against the Mexican colonial authorities, in hopes of bringing the two white classes closer. Another man was Miguel Hidalgo. Hidalgo wanted the Indians and the Creoles to join together to lead a revolution. Men with revolutionary ideas met in the Querétaro Club and agreed that a revolution must take place because of the unfair treatment of different classes and events during the Peninsular War. These men worked together and planned a revolt, which eventually became the Mexican War of Independence.
How was Mexico inspired by other revolutions around Europe? First, how are revolutions categorized? The dictionary said that it is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system and an instance of revolving. During this time, Mexico and France were both able to see the revolution between the United States and the United Kingdom. Everyone doubted that the US would win because during that era, England was by far one of the most strongest countries. When they saw that America was actually able to win England, they got courage and started rebelling the way America did. One of the ways they did was attacking by boycotting at the same time.
Conflicts made the Mexican War of Independence to take place. If you summarize this war, it was an armed conflict between the people of Mexico and the Spanish authorities. This rebellion started as a simple peasants' rebellion against their masters, but it ended to become an alliance between liberals and conservatives. The conflict began when Martin Cortes began a revolt against the Spanish colonial government for eliminating issues of oppression and rights for the conquistadors.
The Mexican War of Independence was caused due to different classes seeking equality and democracy.